and we care for children with life-threatening conditions. Support to the families and care at the most difficult times in their lives. 85% of the cost of running the service comes from the local community. We raise a lot of that money through events.
You must stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
The coronavirus crisis is changing life as we know it dramatically tonight.
The charity has been hugely affected by COVID-19.
All schools across Britain will close. Immediate closure of almost all the places we go to for leisure.
A massive impact on our ability to raise money.
Cafes, pubs, bars and restaurants to close.
COVID-19 and social distancing, we've had to stop all of those events.
The immediate shutting down across the UK.
No events planned well into the summer and the autumn.
Physically, we need to keep people apart.
Ladies and gents, my name's Andy Fergus and I'll be your host tonight as we navigate our way through the first ever virtual event for Hope House and Tŷ Gobaith. Your Saturday night starts right here as we are bringing the big night out in. Right now, tonight, at this very moment in fact, our friends and supporters should be enjoying our annual fundraising ball. But unfortunately, the ongoing pandemic has meant that that's not possible. But we need to find new ways. We've had to get creative and find a new way to raise money and join you and bring people together tonight. Our fundraising plans have been turned upside down, but our doors can't close and they've never closed. Our families need our vital support more than ever. In these most uncertain times, we've been providing crisis care, end-of-life care, bereavement care, and standing next to the NHS. Well, the care hasn't stopped. A significant part of our income has. As a charity, Hope House and Tee Gobaith rely almost entirely on donations of people just like you out in our community. We could lose up to £3 million this year as a result of the COVID-19 crisis, which has affected our fundraising events and caused the closure of all of our shops. So we need to find new ways to raise money and to help hundreds of families in our local communities. So with that in mind, our team have put together a fabulous evening of entertainment together for you. Whether you're in black tie or a dressing gown, high heels or slippers, we've got it all. There's going to be song and dance, laughter, and maybe even a few tears. A huge thank you must go to our event sponsors, Selector Skip and Reeves of Wem. They've been fantastic supporters of ours for many years now, and we couldn't have put on tonight without them. And speaking of Reeves of Wem, a little bird tells me that Pat Reeves is celebrating her birthday tonight. So happy birthday, Pat, and I hope you and Graham enjoy the evening. Over the next hour, we're going to bring you a live online auction and a prize draw. So if you visit www.hopehouseauction.com, you'll see a variety of links on the left-hand side of the page. Our online auction has some fantastic items on it, including a stunning bracelet from the latest range from Clog Eye. We've also got mountain climbing in North Wales and short breaks of various description. Details of the online auction of how it's progressing will be shown on the screen as the evening goes on. And I'm sure after 3 months of lockdown, your grip on technology is fantastic. You're all experts now, I'm sure. So I hope that you'll stay in touch with us through the evening and engage with the activities as they're going on. We'd love to receive your messages, so please head to Twitter and send us your messages using @HopeHouseKids, or go to Facebook and message us there. And whenever you send us a message tonight, please make sure you use the hashtag #NightIn. So to get us started this evening, I'm going to introduce you to a remarkable young man who's been benefiting from the services that Hope House provide for many years now. Luke has kindly put together a short video explaining why it's so important that everybody gets involved and supports the great work done by Hope House and Tee Gobaith.
I have Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which is a muscle wasting condition. It limits me doing certain stuff, but then I don't look at the limitations, I look at the things that I can do, because there's no point in just worrying about the limitations, because it drives you stir crazy. So I just get on with it. My main wheelchair football dream is to play in the England squad one day, and to do that I have a specialised chair with a bumper on, which allows me to kick the ball around. I need to play a lot better before that, but I can get there, I think. I'm currently learning to drive, and I've got an adaptive vehicle. I passed my theory in that, I've just got to learn to drive now, which should hopefully be done by the time this video gets shown. So hopefully, one day someone might think, look at him, he's quite decent, and maybe give me a chance, maybe a job or something.
He was our first child, born 98, so I'd had no experience with babies whatsoever. He didn't really crawl very much either, and he was late sitting. All the milestones he was extremely late at doing. So before school, the health visitor came out, and I said, can I just show you how he walks up the stairs? As soon as she saw, she knew. I could tell that she looked quite concerned. She made that appointment with the doctors there and then while she was sat here.
All I can remember really about it is listening to it, telling us what they were looking for, that it was muscular dystrophy, and they did tell us to go and have a look on the internet. We
sort of drove home and thought, oh, do you know what, if he doesn't join the army or the police or anything, then it'll be okay.
We just didn't know what it was. Had not got a clue.
So we'd come home and have a look, and it was basically in a wheelchair by 10 and dead by 18. So we were quite shocked.
So it was quite a low point. Kind of world falls apart.
Hope House had been mentioned, and we were sort of, shall we, shan't we? And I think Paul was a bit reluctant to go.
I was no, definitely not.
Yeah, because you feel that that's it then once you have something like that. I knew what was going to happen and that we would need that support. And I remember feeling really, really quite nervous about visiting. It was just lovely in there, really nice, homely feel. Could hear people laughing in the background, and so I thought I need to really get Luke and Paul on board. So I think he was about 15, 16 when Rachel was introduced to us. And she's got a really good relationship with Luke as well. She was one of the first people that Luke wanted to ring when he passed his theory driving test, so it just goes to show what sort of relationship they have. She's a really good, positive person in his life.
Rachel's helped with a lot of stuff. She's been brilliant, pretty much. It makes me feel like they care. Hope House gives my mum and dad peace of mind as well while I'm here, because they know that I'm safe and that I'm happy.
Hope House is the only constant that we have, because that's all there is. That, there's no other facility for us or for Luke. It isn't just respite that we use Hope House for, it's knowledge and support. It's absolutely key to our family and thousands of families.
If someone asked me if there was anywhere to go, I would definitely tell them Hope House. Without a shadow of a doubt, I know it will help them massively, because they're living a little bit in the dark at the minute. You've just got to walk towards it. Don't try and hide away from it. Takes a bit of doing, but once you're there and conquer all your fears, it's a good place to be.
Obviously, I'm in a wheelchair, but tough luck, really. No point in moaning about it, because there's a lot of people worse off, really. I feel very lucky to be able to come to Hope House. What makes me feel really sad is the fact that Hope House can't afford to support every child. If Hope House hadn't existed, I think my life would have been very different. Yeah, very different, yeah. In the future, I hope my health stays like this, but if it doesn't, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Well, thanks very much, Luke. And I think I'm right in saying we're going to hear a little bit from Luke again later on this evening. Now, raffles have always been a big part of our events at Hope House and T Gobaith, and tonight's no different. But of course, we have to do it in a slightly different way, a slightly creative way. So our fantastic prize draw can be found again by visiting www.hopehouseauction.com. If you click on the prize draw link, you can choose how many entries you want to make into the prize draw, and you can make payment tonight. You'll find details of all the fabulous prizes on that page, and also details on how you can enter the draw via the post for free. The draw will be made on Thursday, the 2nd of July, and all the winners' names will be posted to our Facebook page after the draw. And in addition to the raffle, of course, there's some opportunity to do some indulgent but guilt-free shopping through our auction tonight. And it's live right now. We've been doing very, very well. I know many of you have been bidding for a number of days, but I'm pleased to say that a number of new items have been added to the auction at 8 o'clock tonight. So even if you think you've seen it all, it's well worth going back on and not only checking and making sure you've still got the winning bid, but also having a look at those new items as well. So do have a look at those auction lots. There really is something for everybody. Don't forget to tweet your messages. We'd love to hear from you. Twitter at Hope House Kids. You can also message our Facebook page, and in both cases, please use the hashtag #NightIn. We've had a few messages already, so I'm going to do some shout-outs now. We have the Bowens and the Humphreys are enjoying the evening with plenty to drink. Yes, I know who they are, and that doesn't surprise me at all. Shout-out also to Emma, to Stuart, to Darcy, Molly and Morgan, watching in Western Ryn with lots of sweets, which sounds just about as much fun as the lots to drink. Becky and Ryan supporting the event. Ryan works at Halfords, and they've donated a scooter for tonight's auction. So thanks very much to Halfords and to Ryan. We've also got Andrea and Stefano, I think that says, who are bidding on the climbing and mountain climbing activity. So good luck with that. Sue and Andy, big love to Sue, who is a nurse and has been working really hard throughout the pandemic. They're happy to be at an event, even if it is at home. I know how you feel. And finally, for now, to Lynn, a Hope House volunteer who's enjoying the entertainment. Well, that's great to hear, Lynn. Thank you very much. So, we're going to have one more message for now. We're going to do some more later, but one more message for now. And this one is from our Chair of Trustees, Steve Henley, and his wife, Sian, and also a special guest.
We'd love you to bid on the items in our online auction.
Except for the gin.
Help us to raise much needed funds for the vital services Hope House Children's Hospices provide to our communities.
Bye! Bye!
Well, thank you very much to Steve and to Sian and to George for his surprise appearance at the end there. It's time for our first entertainment of the evening. I'm very pleased to introduce Elsborough School of Dance. They're based in Flintshire and have performed at many of the gala events held by Hope House over the years. So I'm really thrilled to introduce Elsborough and their performance of Big Time.
Cigar. We'll make a killing, we'll get top billing. I'm gonna make you a star. First we'll improve a bit on my love nature. I got a doctor friend, you see. Imagination plus augmentation while I shady accountant who can cook the books, a couple of well-placed friends, some dynamite 8x10s before you can read those big time dividends. Before you know it, I was moving up there, comparing yarn and caviar. A late night, yes sir, leads to good press, and takes a girl pretty far. So now my name's in lights above the tile, or it's not on the dotted line. On the back lots now, I call the shots now. When there's a contract to sign, I'm up in a big time, so I make them wait. I'm up in a big time, so I'm always late. I tell them, oh, let's do lunch, then give them that 1-2 punch.
Hi, Gary Morton here from GM Fundraising. And my terrible hair, I'm sorry about that, but I guess we're all in the same boat. Obviously, we're very sorry that this year's Hope House Ball has had to be postponed, like many other events which have been postponed this year, including 3 of our own. And we were hoping to hand over something in the region of £150,000 to Hope House this year. So we're going to come back though. We're going to come back with a real renewed vigour. We're more determined than ever, and we're going to put all of those events on next year. And we're hoping, of course, with a lot of hard work and determination, to exceed that £150,000. I would urge each and every one of you to do the same. The kids need us now more than ever. So enjoy your evening, have a great time, and thank you very much from everyone at GM Fundraising, and keep working for the kids. Bye.
Well, thanks very much to Gary, and GM Fundraising have been fantastic supporters of Hope House and Tŷ Gobaith for many, many years now, and I'm sure they'll be back better than ever when we're able to get out and get those events going again when we're the other side of this pandemic. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about one of the items in tonight's auction, actually, and possibly we'll have the auction leaderboard up as well. But the item that I wanted to pick out specifically is a Shrewsbury Town football shirt, and this was worn in a match by Dave Edwards. Now, Dave, as well as playing for Shrewsbury Town on 2 occasions, I believe, he played for Wolves in the Premier League, and he also earned 43 caps for Wales, playing in the European Championships, at which Wales reached the semi-final. So if we can, why don't we hear from Dave?
I'm donating one of my match-worn Shrewsbury shirts, signed on the front and on the back, to Hope House. Hope House is such a wonderful charity. They look after young people, babies, children, young adults, all with life-threatening illnesses. The work they do is truly remarkable, so hopefully this can raise some money for them.
Well, like so many other organisations, Hope House and Tŷ Gobaith Children's Hospices have had to adapt to the COVID-19 crisis. We've had to be creative in terms of how we've responded in many, many ways. But for the families of children with life-limiting conditions, the past few months have been especially hard. And our Director of Care, Karen Wright, has recorded a message for you explaining how we've been able to adapt to make sure that we can continue to be there for families, even in these most unusual of times.
Hi, my name's Karen. I'm the Director of Care for Hope House and Tŷ Gobaith Children's Hospices, and I'd like to share with you how we're supporting our children and families through these crazy COVID times. I'm sure you'll remember at the very beginning of all this COVID, there was many families dying on their own without their loved ones around them, and it soon became apparent that this needed to be our priority. No one should suffer the death of a child alone, so this quickly became our priority. And with your help, with the public's help, we will manage to secure personal protective equipment so that our staff could look after the children that were for end-of-life care and look after the children that were for care after death, and to ensure that those families could be with them at every step of that journey. And this enabled them to be able to make those precious memories in their final days, their final hours. All families were contacted on a regular basis by our staff to just check in, see if there's anything at all that we could help and support with. We've done virtual physiotherapy sessions, play sessions for the children and for the siblings, storytelling sessions. We've even undertaken some, for our more complex children, some symptom control clinics using a virtual platform such as Zoom or Teams, and they've been really successful. We've also got our Remembrance Day coming up in July, which we have every year, and usually we have it at the hospices, but we've had to reimagine this as well. So we're going to have a virtual Remembrance Day, and we're hoping that this is going to be really successful, just to mark that very important day and to remember all the children that have died. But every day is a new day. Every day we have to rethink of a new way of doing things. But the team have actually come up to that challenge, and we're continuing offering our services in the very best way we can. So I thank you very much for your support and for this virtual ball tonight, which is a whole new thing as well. So take care everybody and have a lovely evening. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce a video now from a family that we've been supporting through the COVID-19 crisis. Sam Orwin has played a huge part in our fundraising events over many years. Her company, KAD Events, have transformed our venues and themed our gala balls with the most incredible style and attention to detail, from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to a Rio Carnival. Sam and her team work so hard to create magical experiences for our guests, helping to raise the vital funds that Hope House and Tŷ Gobaith always need. However, tonight Sam is talking to you as a mum. She'll explain how Hope House have helped her and her family after the sudden and tragic death of her son Max in March.
Back in March, we got the devastating news that my son Max, who's 19, passed away at university. Our lives, as you can imagine, came to an abrupt stop and our world just fell apart completely. Nothing can prepare you for this life-altering moment. Every moment and every emotion that comes with the news of the completely unexpected death of your child is just something you've never experienced before. There's shock, confusion, disbelief, and then the actual realisation of what you've been told. And, you know, you realise there's no coming back from it at all, and, you know, the despair just envelops you. This year, we had COVID, we went straight into lockdown, and it was just the most surreal situation, and actually impossible to get any sort of grasp of reality. And as time went on, the virus here was beginning to rage, and Max's dad and family were shielding. They couldn't have gone to a chapel of rest, and we were basically floundering. And then Hope House reached out to us. Even now, I'm not completely aware of whether Hope House know how critical they were to us, because at that time, with the virus, the world had stopped and there was nothing. We literally had no one. And Hope House were there for us. Immediately after, you know, hearing that Max could go to the hospice, we were just incredibly relieved and that he would be out of the coronavirus situation. If Max hadn't been to the hospice and we hadn't been offered and received the support, I feel that I would be in a very different mental state just now. Because just to know that someone is there and them to tell you, look, we're here, the middle of the night, if you need to talk, just call us. At any time, we will pick up this phone, and anything we need them for, and not just now, but in the future, is just incredible. It never once crossed my mind that we would find ourselves in this situation and we would be one of Hope House's families. Until you have your own life-altering moment, whether that's a phone call, a diagnosis, a car crash, or like me, a knock on the door in the middle of the night, I think without really realising it, we can take things for granted. And where do we go when you have that life-altering moment? That's what Hope House are there for. They are there for life-altering moments. And those moments can happen to all of us. So please support them tonight with whatever you can. Tomorrow is Max's birthday. He would have been 20, and tonight we are thinking of him and all the families that Hope House have helped, and all the families that they will continue to help in the future with all our support.
Thank you to Sam for talking so bravely and so beautifully about Max. £5,000 pays for a family to access our very special Snowflake suites and to receive essential bereavement care, counselling and sibling support. Let's see how much we can raise tonight and help literally hundreds of families across our community. I'd like to tell you about some beautiful butterflies which can be bought in memory of a loved one, as a gift, or simply to brighten up your garden. If you visit www.hopehouseauction.com and click on the silent auction items, you'll see the butterflies are item number 1. If you make a donation of £20, you'll receive a butterfly and help a family just like Sam's. If you'd like to donate more than £20, please visit our website, www.hopehouse.org.uk, and click on the donate button on the top right-hand side of the page. So it's time for some entertainment now. This is a song by a member of our care team here at Hope House. Becky recorded this in lockdown with her dad Steve, and they both usually perform with the band all fired up. So here's Becky.
Look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you'd hoped it'd be? The wrong guy, the wrong situation. Right time to roll me. Roll me. Look into your heart, pretty baby. Is it aching with some nameless need? Is something wrong and you can't put your finger on it? Right time to roll me. And I don't think I have ever seen a soul so in despair. So if you want to talk the night through, guess who will be there? So don't try to deny it, pretty baby. You've been down so long you can hardly see. The engine's stalled and it won't stop breathing. It's the right time to roll me. Roll me. And I don't think I have ever seen a soul so in despair. So if you want to talk the night through, guess who will be there? So look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you'd hoped it'd be? The wrong guy, the wrong situation. Right time to roll me. Roll me. Roll me.
Well, thanks to Becky and Steve. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Don't forget, you can still enter our raffle online, www.hopehouseauction.com. Click on the prize draw link. There are details of all the prizes on offer and also details on how you can enter via the post for free. The raffle will be drawn, remember, on Thursday, the 2nd of July. And the winners' names will be announced on our Facebook page. We've had a few more shout-outs, if I can share those with you now. So staying in, and the kids are staying up too. Have a great night all from Caroline, Martin, Tilda and George. And we've had a tweet from Oliver Rackham. The Rackhams are having a great night in with sparkling wine. So happy anniversary. The Marsh family are here watching from our living room. Hello, Marsh family. And we also have hello everyone from the Quays. So thank you very much for everybody for sending in their shout outs. If you do have any more, please send your messages through via Twitter or via our Facebook page using the tag #NightIn. Okay, so we watched Luke's video earlier, and I'm very pleased to say that Luke is back and he's recorded a very special message for you tonight.
Hi, I am Luke. You may have seen my video earlier this evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It seems really strange having an event like this from the comfort of your own home, but Hope House need to find new ways of raising money now that lots of their fundraising events have been cancelled due to the current pandemic. Tonight is your chance to help. You could bid on any of the auctioned items, although maybe not the Arsenal shirt as I am a Manchester United fan. But get involved. Hope House means so much to me and so many others. Let's pull together and get through this.
Well, thank you once again to Elsborough School of Dance. Funny and talented, much like myself. What more could you want? So a few more shout outs for you. Support group Neomates have been in touch and they've said thank you to Hope House for all that we do. So that's a lovely message. Thank you very much for getting in touch. We've also heard from the Bradleys who are watching from North Wales and they're hoping to raise much needed funds for us tonight. So thank you very much for your support. Hello from Livy, Isla and Bethan who are watching in Morda right here. Their mums are Cara and Claire, Hope House staff. I think I might know them actually, yeah. So hi everybody, I'm glad you're watching kids. Hi everyone from the Courage. Charlotte is so excited for tonight. Well, thank you very much, Charlotte. We're very excited to have you, and thank you for the support. The Bevan family from North Wales are watching and enjoying the evening and are bidding on some fantastic prizes. Well, great. You know, stop sending messages in. Get bidding. Come on, we need you. I'm kidding. The Kirkmans in Carnarvon are here watching and bidding and loving the show. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for sending in the messages. Keep them coming. I'm sure we'll have a chance to read out some more in a bit if they keep coming in. I hope the auction is exciting you. There's lots of great lots on there. Just something I wanted to point out earlier, our chair of trustees, Steve, who you heard from, he bidded for a weekend away, and his wife Sian was bidding on a large amount of gin. Now, I don't want to say that this reflects how lockdown has gone for Steve and Sian, but, you know, it does make you think. Anyway, good luck with the bidding. So we're spoiling you tonight because we've got some more music for you, this time from vocal quartet So Noted. Becky makes another appearance from earlier. We saw her before with her dad, and now with the quartet. And there's someone else in there that you might recognise. So here we go.
You broke my heart, 'cause I couldn't dance. You didn't even want me around, but I'm back to let you know I can really shake 'em down.
Do you love me? I can really move. Do you love me? I'm in the groove. Do you love me? Do you love me? Now that I can dance. Watch me now. Work, work. Oh, work it out, baby. Work, work. You know you're driving me crazy. Work, work. Oh, just a little bit of soul now. Work. I can mash potato. I can mash potato. I can do the twist. I can do the twist. Now tell me, baby. Tell me, baby. Do you like it like this? Do you like it like this? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Do you love me? 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 Now that watch me now. Work, work. Oh, shake it up, baby. Work, work. Shake 'em up, shake 'em down. Work, work. Just a little bit of soul now. Work. Boo, 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 boo. I can mash potatoes. I can mash potatoes. I can do the twist. I can do the twist. Now tell me, baby. Tell me, baby. Do you like it like this? Do you like it like this? Tell me. Tell me. Work, work. Oh, work it out, baby. Work, work. You know you're driving me crazy. Work, work. Just a little bit of soul now. Work, work. Oh, work it out, baby. Work, work. You know you're driving me crazy. Work, work. Just a little bit of soul now. Work, work. Do you love me? 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 Now that I can dance.
Well, thank you very much to So Noted. I like the handsome guy at the beginning. He seemed very talented. So supporting Hope House and Tigo by Children's Hospices is more important now than ever, as we've talked about tonight. And it's great to have a very special guest with us tonight to thank you for the contribution you have made this evening and throughout this very difficult year. And she can say it so much better than I could. So please, with great pleasure, I introduce Amelia.
Thank you.
I love you.
And what else?
I
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye kisses.
Well, thank you very much, Amelia. That's what it's all about, folks. So very soon we're going to have a performance for you from the Toni James Band from Liverpool, and they've kindly recorded an exclusive set just for your entertainment for tonight, completely free of charge. A thank you who provided a safe venue for the band to record in, and we're really looking forward to hearing what the guys have. I hope you'll be dancing in your living rooms, whether you're in those high heels or in the slippers. Remember, the auction is still open, and it will be until 9:35, and there's lots of great items still to bid on, still to be won, and winners will be notified by email and by text message. So thank you to everybody who's making tonight possible. Thanks again to our sponsors, Selector Skip and Reeves of Wem, to all of our contributors of videos and entertainment acts, to our fabulous fundraising team who always find a way, whatever the barriers put in their way. To Sam and Steve, produced the show tonight, and without them, it most definitely would not have been possible. And lastly, thank you to all of you for supporting us through thick and thin, for joining us tonight, and for your generosity and the impact that you'll make for families across our community. So I'm going to go off and enjoy the band now, get out of the tux. But stay with us, enjoy the rest of your evening. Before I go, I'd like to introduce a fantastic group of performers. This is On the Mark Youth Theatre in Chester. Thank you, stay safe, and take care.
Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear, like you could fall and no one would hear?
Good evening, everybody. We're the Toni James Band, and tonight we're at this amazing venue, the Guild in Chester. We're going to bring a big night out in for Hope House. Please put your hands in your pockets and donate as much as you can to this amazing charity.
Can you handle this? Elijah, can you handle this? Nigel, can you handle this? I don't think they can handle this. Woo! Middle, we're right. Looking sexy, looking fly. Baddest chicks, chicks inside. DJ, Gemini, Spider-Man, Jennifer, there you are. Come on, baby, don't you wanna dance with me? Can you handle me? You gotta prove you're jelly. If you're gonna dance with me tonight, you gotta prove you're jelly. You're gonna dance with me tonight. Read my lips carefully. You lie what you say. Question, tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own ring. Only when you're silly when I'm feeling lonely. When it's all over, please get up and leave. Question, tell me how you feel about this. Try to control me before you get dismissed. Pay my own and I pay my own bills. Always 50-50 in relationship. The shoes on my feet, rules I'm wearing, watch I'm wearing. I depend on me if I want it. Watch I'm wearing, car I'm driving, house I live in. I depend on me. All the women who independent, all the honeys who making money, all the mamas who rock a dollar, all you women who truly feel me. Girl, I didn't know you could get down like that. Shawty, how you ain't just get down like that. Girl, I didn't know you could get down like that. Shawty, how you ain't just get down like that. Baby, seem like everywhere I go I see you. From your eyes a smile, it's like I breathe you. Ever think I reminisce, don't want to compare nobody with you. Boy, I'm trying to catch myself, but I'm out of control. Your sexiness is so appealing, I can't let it go. Can't get over you, 'cause everything I see is you. Another one, no substitute. Baby, I swear it's deja vu. Nobody can get over you, 'cause everything I see is you. Another one, no substitute. Baby, I swear it's deja. Can't get over you, 'cause everything I see is you. Another one, no substitute. Baby, I swear it's deja. Can't get over you, 'cause everything I see is you. Another one, no substitute. Baby, I swear it's deja. I look and stand so deep in your eyes. Touch you more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2 or 3 times in a row. Such a fine thing for me to try and explain. How can the prize and all the same? Yeah, but you don't understand just how you love me, do no one else can. Looking so crazy right now, your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Looking so crazy right now, your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Hoping you see me right now, your kiss got me hoping you see me right now. Looking so crazy in love, got me looking so crazy in love. Looking so crazy right now, your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Looking so crazy right now, your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Holding you crazy right now, your kiss got me hoping you see you right now. Looking so crazy in love, got me looking so crazy in love. Looking so crazy in love, got me looking so crazy in love.
This is for all the survivors out there.
Now that you're out of light, it's so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you, I'm harder. But I wouldn't go without you, now I wonder. We'll be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. Thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't tell without you, so now million. I'm challenge you're getting. What stifles you is ambition and bitterness. Do you think you are? Think you are? Some kind of superstar. You have got to swing it, shake it, move it, make it who you think you are. Trust in use it, prove it, prove it, show me how good you are. Swing it, shake it, move it, make it who you think you are. Trust in use it, prove it, prove it, show how good you are. Swing it, shake it, move it, make it. Trust it, use it, prove it, prove it. Swing it, shake it, move it, make it. Trust it, use it, prove it, prove it.
Oh my God, we're back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody singing. Gotta bring the flavor, better show you how. Got a question for you, better answer now. Am I original?
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
Yeah.
Am I sexual?
Yeah.
Am I everything you need? You better rock your body around. Everybody, yeah. Rock your body, yeah. Everybody, yeah. Back your body right. Back streets back, alright. Back streets back, alright. Back streets back,
Alright. Gonna know you somewhere else right now. Loving someone else, no doubt. And I want sorrow. Ain't it too bad? I wanted your love. Look what it's done to me. All my tears have come to nothing. Could it be? And the magic that we share reminds me of how we were. I cannot count the tears she caused me. All I did was hurt. And do you ever think of me and how we used to be? I know you're somewhere else right now, loving someone else, no doubt. And I want sorrow. Ain't it too bad? I am breaking someone else's heart, taking my love where you are. And I want sorrow. Ain't it too bad about us? Oh baby, yeah. Oh baby, how was it supposed to go? That something wasn't right here. Oh baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight. Didn't show me how you wanted to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time. Getting down, baby.
I wanna take a little time to refresh your mind, 'cause the boys are back in town with a different kind of funk. Who got the funk? We got the funk, right? Everybody wanna boogie down tonight. Now throw your hands up to the sky, wave them round from side to side. I got what it takes to beat the brakes, the funky bass. I'll give your body crazy shakes. Come on! I heard somebody say she's at the party, so I'm gonna get me some. If you're getting down, baby,
70s. This is Al.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a bonus man, no time to talk. Music loud and women fall, I've been kicked around since I was born. Now it's alright, it's okay. You can't look the other way. You can try to understand. The New York Times are back on that. Little baby over there, staying alive, staying alive. Feel the city shaking and everybody shaking, never staying alive, staying alive.
Don't forget what tonight is for. We need to raise as much money as we can for Hope House.
Up this morning
children behave. That's what they say when we're together. Watch how you play. They don't understand, and so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. When you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then you say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound.
Oh, talking away. I don't know what I have to say, I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you shying away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me.
Take on me.
Take me
Think about it, there must be higher love down in the heart or hidden in the skies above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh yeah, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I keep thinking of? Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I keep thinking of? That the love bring higher love. That the love bring higher love. Oh yeah. That the love bring higher love. That the love bring higher love. The world is turning, but we're still hanging on, facing our fears and standing out there alone. I yearn, yeah, and it's clear to me there must be someone out there for me. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh yeah, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I keep thinking of? Bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep thinking now. Let the love bring higher love. Let the love bring higher love. Oh yeah. Let the love bring higher love. Let the love bring higher love.
Well, we're on to our last one now. We've done the 70s medley and the 80s, and now we're going to do a 90s to finish. We are the Toni James Band. I really hope we've raised lots of money for Hope House. Thank you.
Time won't take my love away. Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up. 'Cause we're right on time. 'Cause we're right on time. Right on time. 'Cause we're right on time. 'Cause we're right on time. Right on time. Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up. Yo, pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping and the jam is pumping. Who can hit the party jumping? Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. Be possessed with the party that ain't you find out you do that. I don't want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. I don't want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day. Make my day. You make my day. Make my day. Make my day. show me love. Words are so easy to say. Oh, why? You've got to show me love.
What? No, we finished. We finished ages ago. No, there's no one left watching now. Really? Oh, all right then. Thanks very much, everybody. Great night. Enjoy my pizza. I'll let you know what the total is, and then we'll be on our way home. Take care.